your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, so we have our current conditions up right now. Our Casey Summers weather camera. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning that is out there, but as we look from Mattoon right now, we've got some of those cells approaching that area there and on a roofing dog island. And so we'll be looking at some stronger storms in that area, but we're looking at basically Macon County right now is kind of our #1 target spot for storms coming through there, as we have the severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 for Christian, Macon, Sangamon, and Shelby counties for winds that are up to potentially 60 miles per hour. And these are also the storms that produced those tornado warnings that we had just a little bit ago. So we'll have a full recap of these storms coming up and what we can expect for the rest of the evening. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Today's storm caused more than downed power lines and damaged buildings. It also sent one woman to the hospital. I'll have more on that coming up.
More school districts are finalizing plans for the school year. We'll tell you what one decided. Always wanted to give blood but didn't meet the criteria? Well, you might be able to donate now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
The trees blown away.
High winds and rain tore through central Illinois. Storms left debris in their wake. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Now we are looking at round 2 as more storms roll through tonight. Meteorologist Jack Gerfen is in the tracking center. All right, Jack, so what are we going to see with this next round?
Well, we've had these storms coming through parts of Sangamon counties as well as going now into more of Macon County. So once again, go to Storm Tracker here momentarily. And as you take that full screen, you'll see that we do have the storm now, which has now been trimmed a little bit. So it's now just for Macon as well as Shelby counties. And we'll zoom into that as well as turn on our rotation with our velocity, because earlier on these storms have had some rotation with them. And so we will look at that potential there for us to potentially maybe still see some very strong winds with this, maybe spinning up. I know, just with the severe weather coming in right at the beginning of the newscast there, it's kind of all jumbled up here, so I apologize for that. We have our velocity coming up right now. Here it is. And so we still do have that leading edge there coming in now to Macon County, just off to our southwest of Decatur. Still looking at some very strong winds with that. And so that's still tracking off to the east at around 50, 55 miles per hour. The good news is there's not much more in the way of storm activity behind that, but we've seen already earlier on today a number of spots that have had some damage, and we're going to show that coming up.
All right, Jack, thank you so much. Now, like you said, the storm earlier today left damage throughout central Illinois, from downed power lines to buildings being ripped apart. And one woman was taken to the hospital. We go to WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen. She's live in Thomasboro. Jennifer, what are you seeing out there?
Jennifer, I'm at Ehler Brothers Agriculture Business. 2 of their tool sheds were damaged because of the strong winds in this storm. That's this tool shed right here and another one about a half mile up the road. But let's take a look at this one. If you see, the walls are caved in and the roof has collapsed. And the only thing that is holding that structure up is the equipment that's inside. So this storm rolled through here in Thomasboro around 11 o'clock this morning. And when that storm hit, it brought down power lines and it also knocked down several trees, but the Ehler Brothers business took a brunt of that damage. Several employees were working inside one of the buildings. One employee was hurt when debris hit her head. She was taken to the hospital, and the Ehler Brothers tell me she is expected to be okay. The vice president of the company says this is a familiar sight because heavy storms have caused damage in this area before.
These guys are starting to become accustomed to this kind of storm cleanup, unfortunately. But, you know, we're well insured, and we'll make a full recovery, and we'll power through it.
They have spoken to the insurance adjusters, but they don't yet know what the extent of the damage is going to cost them. I'll have more on the damage that this storm caused coming up tonight at 10 on WCIA. Live in Thomasboro, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. Neighborhoods in Thomasboro were hit hard by the afternoon storm today. We talked to one person who saw a tree get hit by lightning.
And the lights started flickering on and off. And I came back out and looked to see my neighbor's limb down on his house.
Oh, wow. Winds were strong, trees ripped apart and scattered everywhere. One tree fell on top of power lines. Airman was on site fixing the damages.
I've been here exactly 3 years, and I've not seen anything like this. Like two, downbursts like this in 2 weeks is kind of unnerving.
Dennison also says the village of Thomasboro was quick to clean up and offer help. One school board is answering the question many have been asking: how will my child learn in the fall? WCIA3's Gabrielle Cook has the latest from Rantoul City Schools.
Rantoul school plans have been decided, and parents are the ones who are going to choose how their children learn. There are two plans. Learn Academy is entirely remote. Blended Academy will be on campus twice a week with the rest at home. Mask and social distancing would be required.
So that means in the classroom, our desks are placed 6 feet apart. When they walk down the hallways, we hope that they are 6 feet apart. We'll have markers on the ground so they can get an idea of how far 6 feet apart is.
For online courses, students will be given a Chromebook. Parents can meet with teachers to ask questions about virtual learning. Teachers and parents will meet outside and socially distance. In Rantoul, I'm Gabrielle Cook, WCIA3, your local news leader.
Now, if students do choose at-home learning, they won't be able to switch to blended learning until December. The district is starting to reach out to parents to find out what learning option they prefer. There will be training for students and parents on virtual learning. And something to keep in mind, temperatures won't be taken. That will be the parents' responsibility. Springfield Schools held the first of 2 board meetings to figure out how that district will return next month. The district proposed a hybrid plan. It would let students decide if they would show up in person or settle for remote learning. The school board listened to public comment for hours last night from parents and teachers. One board member says while he thinks the district did its best with what they have, returning to school would be too risky.
What I'm pushing for is to start remotely until this settles down, and it may take a semester for it too, and if it does, then so be it. Remote learning is not ideal, but it's better than having nothing. Our teachers went through this last spring. Springfield teachers are a great group of people. They really adapt well to situations.
Zimmer says he got a lot of positive feedback from teachers for his call. The board won't vote on a plan until the next meeting on August 5th. Looking at the latest numbers for COVID-19 in the state, there are 955 new cases since yesterday. So far, nearly 164,000 people have been infected since the start of the crisis. The positivity rate over the last 7 days is 3.1%. 23 people have also died for a total of more than 7,300. Students can expect a little surprise when they arrive to campus for the fall semester. The U of I is offering PPE kits for all undergrad and grad students. Students will get 2 orange and blue masks, hand sanitizer, wipes, a digital thermometer, and a clean key. One person we talked to says safety is always the first priority.
I mean, I think the idea is, that health and wellness, the personal health and wellness, doing your part to keep campus safe. I think it's been said a lot by our university leaders that it's up to us.
PPE kits are free for all U of I students. Information on when and where they'll be available is still being talked about. One museum is set to reopen in Springfield. The Illinois State Museum will open to Museum Society members first on Thursday and then to the general public on Saturday. It'll be free at all locations and open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 4. Groups will be limited to 10 people, and you have to register in advance. 2020 is on track to be the most violent ever on record for Champaign, and city leaders want to do something about it. WCIA3's Courtney Bunting is live in our newsroom. So, Courtney, what is being done to help?
Well, Jennifer, there are already a lot of programs in the community geared toward that. Some are focused on young people, others toward victims and perpetrators of gun violence. We've had a total of 95 shootings so far in 2020. Now, that's compared to 100 for all of 2019. Keep in mind, we still have 5 months left this year. And these are not trends the city leaders take lightly. But their biggest concern, they say, is the growth in youth involvement.
Our emphasis today is to try to reach these young people and to build from that. And if we can recapture them, re-engage them, and redirect them, we're in a much healthier community. We're a much healthier neighborhood. We're a much healthier society.
There are a lot of thoughts around what is causing this increase. City leaders say one factor is possibly economic stress. Some people may feel there's no other place to turn. Others might use it as a way to appear strong or to retaliate. Shooting numbers have fluctuated a lot over the past years. In fact, 2017 was one of the lowest compared to a few years before that. For a full breakdown of the last 5 years of gun violence totals, head to our website, WCIA.com. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
A lot of interesting information there online. All right, thank you. Now, 2 of the shootings last year were deadly. The same goes for this year so far. Property damage has also already more than doubled compared to this time last year. You won't be alone if you're planning on escaping the heat this weekend, where you can go. Plus, we often call donating blood the gift of life. Why now more people can do it at one center.